Watch me drop 25 pounds in 60 days, going from 20% body fat to 10% body fat, all while keeping my muscle mass. I'll show you exactly what I ate, when to eat, what to eat, and why fasting is completely unnecessary. Look, if you're tired of all the diet advice, the complicated plans, and you just want a straightforward plan to get lean and stay lean, listen up. The problem most people have is eating the wrong foods or eating the right foods, but at the wrong time. Either one of these can keep you stuck. This video is going to solve that. I'm going to show you the exact approach of what to eat and when to eat. This is the same approach I use to drop 25 pounds and get down to low body fat percentage. I'm talking about what's exactly on your plate and when you should be eating. I've been where you are. I used to think complicated diets were the way to go, starving myself, but none of those got me the results that I got today. What actually worked was simplifying everything. Just knowing exactly what to eat, when to eat it was perfect, and that got me the results that I have right now. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. Now let's get into it. The foundation of getting lean comes down to three things: protein, smart carbs, and healthy fats. If you get these right, you're already on a great start. Let's start with protein because it's non-negotiable. You want to be eating about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you weigh 180 pounds, you want to be eating at a max 180 or 145 around there. But let's say you're overweight and you're 200 pounds, but your goal weight is 180. Then you can eat that 180 grams of protein. I'm talking chicken breast, lean ground beef, lean steaks, fish, and even Greek yogurt. Also, can't forget the protein shakes. Protein does three things for you. It keeps you fuller throughout the day. It takes more for the body to burn protein. Also, it's gonna help you stay fuller while you're in a caloric deficit, so your muscles don't look flat and weak, and you're not breaking down muscle tissue. Next up is carbs. And no, you don't need to cut carbs drastically just to get lean. The most important thing is the right carbs at the right time. I focus on complex carbs. This gives you energy and keeps your metabolism running. The key is portion control. I typically eat about 180 to 220 grams of carbs while trying to get lean. That's enough to fuel my training, but not too much to store fat. Healthy fats are essential for hormone production. And if you're not getting enough and your hormones are off, it doesn't matter what you do, you will not lose weight. I get my fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, nuts, fatty fish. You don't need a lot, you just need enough. I aim for about 60 to 80 grams per day. Fats keep you satisfied and also help your body function properly. Now here's what happens if you ignore this and just eat whatever. First, if you don't eat enough protein, you'll end up losing muscle and fat, and this is where you start to look soft and undefined. Second, if you eat too many carbs, especially the wrong one, you'll start spiking your blood sugar and you'll also store fat instead of burning it. And third, if you avoid fats completely, your hormones will crash and your body will start to hold on to fat no matter what you do. If you dial into these three macros I just listed, proteins, fats, and carbs, your body will become a fat burning machine. You have energy, you're building muscle, you're maintaining muscle mass, and your body is gonna start to look lean, athletic, aesthetic, instead of just skinny and soft. But here's where most people mess up. Even if you're eating all the right foods, but you're eating them at the wrong time, you could be sabotaging your progress without even knowing. It's not only about what you eat, it's also about when you eat. And I use this simple strategy to make sure I'm eating enough and at the right time. I space out 3 to 4 meals throughout the day, and I time my carbs around my training. Here's my typical day. I start with breakfast within an hour of waking. This kickstarts my metabolism and gives me energy for the day. Breakfast is usually some eggs with spinach and a little bit of potatoes. Then lunch around midday is usually lean beef or chicken. I'll swap it out, doesn't really matter. I'll use some basmati rice or potatoes. I'll have a pre-workout meal around 3 or 4, depending on what time I go to the gym. It's usually some Greek yogurt with some berries, a little bit of honey, and small bits of granola. After the gym is my protein shake, of course, with a little bit of carbs. Then dinner around 7 p.m., which is gonna be my biggest meal. Depending on what meat I had for lunch, I'll have that other meat for dinner, so steak or chicken, with also potatoes or rice, depending on which one I had for lunch. The reason this works is because you're keeping yourself full or satisfied throughout the day. That way, there's never a point where you're hungry, which can lead to overeating. Eating regularly also helps with muscle protein synthesis, which is how your body builds and maintains muscle. You can't and you shouldn't eat all your protein in one sitting or a large amount and expect your body to use that efficiently, because it won't. Now, here's the carb timing trick. Eat most of your carbs around your workout, or a large portion around your workout. So before your workout, have some carbs for energy. After your workout, also have some more carbs so that way you replenish the glycogen that your muscle just lost. On recovery days, I drop my carbs slightly, nothing dramatic, and I up the fats a little bit. Now, here's what happens when you usually don't follow a structured plan like this. If you're eating irregularly or skipping meals, your body goes into conservation mode. Second, if you eat all of your food in 1 or 2 massive meals, you feel bloated, and also your body isn't able to absorb all of the nutrients that you just gave it. Third, if you eat all of your carbs at night when you're not really doing much, your body is gonna store it as fat and not use it as the energy that it should be used for. But when you time your meals strategically, you have consistent energy throughout the day, you perform better in the gym, and you recover faster. You're not fighting hunger, you're not crashing throughout the day, and you're steady making progress towards that aesthetic lean physique that you want. You've probably heard that intermediate fasting is a great way to get lean, and you're probably wondering why I haven't mentioned it. Well, here's exactly why. Intermediate fasting is just a tool to control your calorie intake. There's no magic around it. When you compress your eating to an 8-hour window or less, you're naturally gonna eat less calories because you have a smaller window to do it. But you can achieve the exact same fat loss by just spreading your meals out throughout the day in a caloric deficit. I never did intermediate fasting to lose the 25 pounds that I did in 60 days. I ate breakfast, lunch, dinner, and had snacks in between. I tracked my food, I hit my protein target, and I stayed consistent. Here's why I don't recommend intermediate fasting. When you skip breakfast and fast until noon, you're fighting your body's natural hunger signals. You have lower energy in the morning, and when you do eat, you're usually gonna overeat. Plus, if you train in the morning or early afternoon in a fasted state, you're gonna have lower energy, which means a worse performance. The real secret to getting lean is calorie control and consistency. You need to know how many calories you're eating, make sure you're in a deficit, and stick with it long enough to see results. Fasting is just one way to create a caloric deficit. It's not the only way, and it's not the best way for most people. When you eat throughout the day like I showed you, you build a sustainable habit, and you're not restricted to a small window. You can eat breakfast with the family, lunch with friends, dinner at night, a snack in between, and you'll still work towards getting that lean physique. And that's exactly how I went from 20% body fat to 10% body fat without skipping any meals or trying to fight through hunger. But there's something else you need to know if you want to keep that lean look year round. So now you know what to eat, when to eat it, and how to build a lean physique. Focus on protein, smart carbs, and healthy fats. Spread your meals throughout the day and focus your carbs around your training. That's the formula that works. But here's what I didn't tell you. Even if you're doing everything right, there's one hormone that if you don't have it in check, could be messing up your progress or keeping you stuck with that stubborn belly fat. And if you've tried different things before, intermediate fasting, timing your foods, eating throughout the day, staying in a caloric deficit, and you're still not seeing any change, this one hormone could be the reason why you're stuck at a plateau and not seeing any progress towards your goals. Click on this video right here to learn about the hormone that's keeping you stuck and not letting you see the progress that you want to see. You'll learn what that hormone is and exactly how to fix it so that way you can finally see that stubborn belly fat disappear. Trust me, this is the missing piece that a lot of people don't talk about. You don't want to miss it.